and that's to have a coach rivals party.
The people, the people will they'll love it. Someone needs to go spectate. Ooh, me. I'm gonna go spectate, and then I'm gonna
Okay.
bring you in. Dang it! Go 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 go! All right. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it?
What are you trying to do?
I
No, I
invited
thought
you.
you were. Oh, invited me?
Yeah.
I'm in an ARAM.
Perfect. All right. Then you're just gonna watch from this. Oh.
Yeah, I'll watch from the.
Oh, great! This is even
Yeah.
better test.
Yeah, that's how I thought we
The
were going to do
ultimate
it. I'll
test.
just watch through the restream link. That
Yeah,
way,
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
commentating directly on what they see. That way, it's
Nice.
not going to get like mixed up, you know.
Yeah, yeah. That's good. That's good. That's good. Now the question is, what does this sound like to the people?
I have a strong suspicion that I'm going to be duplicated.
No, you're not. I'm listening to it right now. You sound amazing.
So okay, but is your virtual webcam live? They're not going to hear me duplicated until your virtual webcam is also throwing audio into Restream.
Oh, sorry. It's just funny because I hear you 5 seconds delayed, and I'm listening to the conversation twice. So the question is, will the desktop audio come through with the game audio?
Yes, it will. I guarantee it.
I think it'll be great. I'm definitely gonna mute Twitch right now because this is.
So people are like, "Why do I hear Justin twice?"
I don't think they do.
I'm telling you they will, because they're going to hear me through Restream, and they're going to hear me through your desktop audio capture.
But why can't they hear you twice right now?
Because your virtual webcam is not live in Restream.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
That's live. That's from OBS.
I'm the only person out here. I mean, I don't see it. Where's it at on the stream? I'm in Restream right now, and all I see is your Coach Rivals Tier 2 house party graphic, and then me and you over on the side.
I'm loading Streamlabs into the sidebar.
Did you flip the activation switch to make it live?
Oh, we're running. We're gunning. The 3 people watching are wondering what the hell is going on.
What are these idiots doing?
And you just living our lives. It's 8 o'clock on the East Coast. How's Central? Did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Whew. Balance your teams.
Yeah, but if you send me, if you go ahead and activate, if you go ahead and put your virtual webcam live in Restream.
It is live. That Coach Rivals Tier 2 house party, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That's your virtual webcam?
That's coming straight. That's coming 100% full octane straight from Streamlabs. Watch, I'm gonna change something.
Yeah, change it. All right, and desktop audio is down there
now.
And desktop audio is active in that scene.
Check.
Testing 1 2. Testing. Can I be heard twice?
No.
You're not going to hear me twice through your headset, but do you hear it twice on the stream?
Mm-mm.
All right.
Dude, somehow the magic is working.
Is it seamless? Like I'm coming. I don't know how that's working.
I'm being asked to balance teams. I don't.
Here, invite me in there.
I did.
Invite me again because I'm out of my ARAM.
Oh crap.
We're gonna have to go live at some point. We're gonna have to do like a countdown and be like, okay, now we're really live.
We are so 100% live.
This
everybody
is
who's
pregame right
checking
now. We haven't
in.
even discussed. Are you doing like play-by-play? Are you doing color? What are we doing here?
I mean, anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
I'm gonna announce to the world that we're. Hey, Brad's in chat. Hey, Brad. Are we coming in twice?
Brad, can you hear my voice echo? Is my voice twice? I don't know if Brad can hear me twice. Am I echoing?
Nope. What about me?
Oh,
Check. Ooh. Crystal clear. I'm getting doubles of myself, which is kind of awkward.
word.
But I think, you know.
You're hearing yourself twice?
Oh, one of us needs to leave.
Oh,
Okay.
I can do that. That's fine. Because if you're gonna stream it through Restream, I'll just watch it there.
Yeah. That's great. It's perfect. Everything's
Make sure that your mic is muted in Streamlabs.
Check. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's what would make you hear yourself twice. Potentially.
No, I'm hearing me twice because
of the Twitch stream.
The Twitch. No. Because of because I can hear my virtual webcam in Restream as a guest.
That's gonna be bad.
It's okay.
You could.
Which, if I can do selective.
Gosh, the only thing I could think you could do would be to like mute. If you could selectively mute that just for yourself.
Oh, whoa. I can change my audio input.
That's a great question, Patty.
Huh?
Don't worry about it. I'll handle it.
Why is Timo here? Because it's a house party. Ain't no party like a Timo party. Stereo, noise, echo. Echo's already on. Oof, wonder what it'd be like without it. Yeah, I don't.
You never answered my question. You want to do play-by-play or color?
Yeah. We'll just. I can start with play-by-play. That'd be fine. Get my reps in.
Good deal.
Justin can come back now. He's here.
Yeah, I'm here. But I'll probably. Well, I don't know. I'll try spectating.
Yeah, we'll just.
And then if it messes up, I will bail and just watch it through Restream.
Oh, check this out. I'm gonna chat through our, what is this, like sixth party now? We're well beyond third party.
Yeah. Gee whiz. I do like how you can see Twitch chat on the side.
That's pretty cool. Look at that. Bam. So many points now. Yeah. I'm gonna get more bit stuff. It's weird. I can't cheer my own channel. More emotes are coming. It's all good.
You're gonna put Inspector Delane on there.
Oh, dang. That would be fun.
Inspector Delane.
Oh, we started streaming like.
All right. Well, at some point you got to kick this thing off and run the intro.
Oh.
And tell these peeps to start Champ Select.
I thought they said they were ready to go like 10 minutes ago.
All right.
I'm ready to roll. Boom. Look. Another screen came up. Hey, everybody in Twitch land. We are here to test some nonsense out. Thanks for being patient.
Yeah, we're going to give this a run. I'm going to let Cooper do his thing. We got Coop, the master of ceremony down there, the king, the legend. He missed the opportunity to name himself King Koopa.
Oh, man.
With a C.
Wow.
And I'm Justin. I'm here as the lowly color commentator. But we are ready for some Tier 2 house party action, a preview of some of the hot talents we're going to see in CR Season 3.
Dang
Is that
right?
CR Season 3 coming your way this summer. How many weeks of preseason we got, Coop?
So, preseason is going to run for about 4 weeks. And the first 2 weeks is an opportunity for players to kind of get to know each other. The teams in Coach Rivals are built on a kind of, we attempt to balance them as best we can. And so this next couple of weeks is an opportunity for players without teams yet to kind of play as a mash, which will allow them to kind of get to know each other, know how other people play. And that'll bring us, ooh, look at that. We got something going. Draft's going.
I'm seeing this being used as maybe a scouting tool before. Are the teams set, or are they still going to be like randomized or balanced? Have they been balanced?
They will be
yet?
balanced, yeah. So we'll
Okay,
balance
so they
the
haven't been
teams. Yeah, they haven't been balanced yet. Everybody just got put in, and they're getting into Battle Fi. This is Tier 2. Everyone's in, so we have a chance to look at everybody's ranks and their roles, and we'll take a crack at making sure teams have one of everybody in every position, and then we'll release those teams, and people will get 2 weeks of team practice to do whatever kind of practicing they want. And then the season will begin the first week of June. So the first 2 weeks is kind of getting to know everybody, and the last 2 weeks of May is like intentional practices. So
very cool. Are we putting up Champ Select?
I am gonna figure
Champ
that
Select
out.
Champ Select is live, my brother. So let me catch everybody up while we cannot see. You might be able to hear Champ Select going on in the background. But Team 1 with Axion First, Swoko, Coach Mustang, Merlin, and Bulldog Mentor have banned out Tristana, Sejuani, and Trundle. And then Team 2, Red Side of Black Beetle 13, Piper Maru, Cartera, Big Bad Hand, and Loki Doki have banned Lilia, Lulu, and Garen. Conspicuously absent from the bans from Team 2 is Rakan. Bulldog Mentor plays a metric buttload of Rakan, and that has somehow snuck its way past the ban phase. So I'm expecting to see some Rakan from Bulldog Mentor. That Amumu is locked in for Piper Maru. She did receive a ban from Blue Side with the Trundle. That Sejuani was not aimed at Piper Maru. That Sejuani, if I have a little bit of insider information, I believe was banned. That was banned towards Black Beetle. He likes to play Sejuani top.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So locking in the Kled and the Amumu for Red Side. So already some hard engage, some double hard engage, really, from the Red Side, and a Lux picked up for Blue Side.
Yeah. I've been playing around with some Lux last couple days, and super potent champ. So much abilities, so CC, some slow, and then I just bomb with that R. So you can really lock down a lot. If they can get if they can get a CC combo going, Lux can really do some serious damage, especially if someone's just trying to get away. And nope, here comes Lux.
For sure. We also see the Rakan and the Jin coming in from Blue Side. Rakan, as predicted, is going to be locked in for Bulldog Mentor. Coach Mustang locking in the Jin. That's going to be going to Merlin. So we're going to see Rakan, Jin in the bot lane. So Rakan has some long range engages. Jin has the long range snare. So Jin not necessarily going to be able to follow up fully on the long range Rakan engages, but more of to hold them tight while the rest of the team collapses. Meanwhile, a gigantic team fight wombo combo for Red Side with the Nico, Amumu, and Misfortune being locked in. Be interested to see I'm assuming that Nico is mid, not support. But I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, I think you're going to be right as we see the Zarya. And the Nico is interesting too, because Nico and Lux have a kind of a same sort of root mechanic going on. So I played against a Nico mid, and it was basically just throwing out roots. So a really fun champ that can do a lot. That's a lot of plant-based damage coming out of Nico and Zyra.
Yeah,
the double ult
of
combo.
4 of the champions on red side have gigantic AoE ultimates from the Amumu, Nico, Misfortune, and Zyra. So really, red side is looking to group up, force some fights. And then over here on blue side, we did see the Fiora locked in. So looking to try to get some 1v1 supremacy from there. And the Shyvana coming in from Swoko, which is also his main, which did not get banned. So blue side sitting pretty with these 2 main champs and the Shyvana and Rakan coming through. That's going to make things very, very interesting.
Yeah. So how do you think this is going to play out? Like, we talked about a lot of this wombo combo on red. Is it reliant on them getting those CC chains? Or are we going to have to wait to see them maybe try to make some moves, post 6? Or do you think they're going to be able to?
So the cool thing with it is the Kled is somewhat of a reliable engage, more so than the Amumu. The Amumu has to hit the bandage toss Q in order to kind of get in and then AoE stun everybody. But, Nico, as you mentioned, has that long range route. Zyra has the long range route. And the crazy thing about the Nico and the Zyra routes is they go through every single minion that they hit, unlike the Lux route, right, that only hits the first 2 enemies and then stops. They have this, okay, it doesn't matter how many enemies you have between me and you.
Just keeps going.
I can send the route, and as long as my aim is true, then we're good to go. So I think they are looking to definitely group around objectives. And if they find a situation where maybe blue side isn't being as aggressive as they want, I'm looking for these Rift Herald fights, these Dragon fights, these Baron fights. I'm looking for red to group up at those neutral objectives, even if it's a coin flip, even if the enemy jungler is still alive, they're going to show up to that objective first, start it to force blue team into them to force that big 5v5. But on the other hand, blue side has the Fiora, which is a great split pusher. So if the Fiora gets ahead early, Red side may be looking to group. Blue side's looking to split push with the Fiora. They don't have as strong as a team fight, but they do have some long range picks with the Jhin, Snare, and ult, along with the Lux ult as well. So I think blue side's looking to split, possibly get some picks, but red side 100% nothing but team fighting.
Yeah, and that only benefits them if that Fiora goes for a split push, because they can catch out that 5v4 and they can really punish. Instead of maybe going to stop Fiora, they try to make something happen to wipe the rest off the board. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they play this one out. Now the Shyvana, if the Shyvana is allowed to farm, they can become a big problem too. So it'd be interesting to see if they can try and get some picks on blue side to make something happen in their favor. But I mean, we'll just have to see. It might come down to mechanics.
We have seen situations where even if red side wants to hard group as 5 around a neutral objective, you have a Jhin and a Lux that could be firing shots and raining down some damage from over walls. So we have seen Lux Baron steals with the ultimate. We saw 2 of those. We saw 2 of those last season. And it's definitely a pretty common thing. So even if red side is grouping around these big neutrals and blue doesn't want to group as 5 to try to contest, and they want to let Fiora continue to split push, that Jhin and Lux can rain some damage down onto the teammates, try to weaken them a little bit. And Swoko is running the Dark Harvest Shyvana, so it looks like he could possibly be going AP Shyvana, which also equates to large bursts of damage. So they get softened up by the Lux and the Jhin, and then Swo can leap in with the Shyvana ult, rain down the Breath of Fire with the E, and just absolutely blow people up. So that's what I see as kind of like the counterplay that blue could be looking to implement. But yeah, we're definitely going to have to see.
Yeah, well, and of course, because it wouldn't be League of Legends without a broken spectator. Give me just a second.
Right now. Is that you
Yeah.
too?
Well, no, Spectator loaded in and a little bit of its all black Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, that's what I've got. I've got an
Yeah.
all black
All
Summoner's
black
Rift.
Summoner's Rift. So we'll be loading that right back up. So give us just a second.
Well, are you going to be able to rejoin?
Let's see.
You may just have to spectate.
Yeah, I'll probably be spectating.
Okay. Well, in that case,
Everybody
I
can
will
see
close.
my friends list. So.
I will spectate through Restream.
Let's try again, and we're back.
Yeah, Patty Swow got Shyvana and Kate got Rakan. So
yeah, so some comfort picks over on the left side, blue side. So even though we talked about how red side has this pretty gnarly combo potential, there's definitely some comfort on blue side, which can always come in as to help.
100%.
And you know, the best this time.
Comfort is always great. You know, a lot of our coaches preach comfort over counter, and regardless of team comp necessarily, comfort could reign supreme there. So I am going to be spectating through Restream with you. So
nice. All right,
we got some. There we go. All right, it's looking good.
Here's the question for everybody: if you hear us twice, let us know.
Yeah. If especially me, I think I might be the only Coop, you should be fine.
I think I hear myself twice, so that's exciting. But yeah, I think I think everything should be good. Of course, everybody just let us know how the audio is going.
Can we get the scoreboard up?
Yeah.
Can we get scoreboard up and possibly zoom out of Summoner's Rift a little bit?
Yeah.
Hey, man, look at that. It's looking...
We're professionals.
That's looking hot. I like it.
Let's turn off chat.
All right, so a couple of things to point out. We are going to have a very volatile matchup in the top lane. Both Kled and Fiora are running Ignite. So you can expect some maybe like a level 2 all-in potentially from Kled. Fiora is definitely going to try to get a little frisky as well. But whoever gets first blood there in that top lane matchup, which obviously our auto director is going to spend some time up there a little bit, that is going to dictate probably a lot of how this matchup is going to go. You know, if Kled gets the first blood and can shut down Fiora for the rest of the match, then that split push threat gets a little nullified. But if Fiora gets really going with that Ignite, gets the first kill onto Kled, there's a lot of potential for Fiora to just run away with this game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, and if League Director wants to hang out at the island, we'll see. We're also seeing that both junglers on the bot side, so they're looking like they're doing some full clears. Amumu's a little bit faster, so we should see both of them heading up towards the top. So there could be an interesting engage as we see them both collapsing, depending on how it's going. Right now, Fiora is pushed in pretty far, but it's pretty safe.
The coolest thing about the score right now is there is the CS is not showing up on the scoreboard. So it looks like nobody is CSing right now. I'm hoping that items will update, but the CS is definitely not updating. So I'm gonna let you.
Oh, another spectator bug.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you figure out game sound. Oh, there it goes. All right, so just a refresh of the scoreboard brought the CS up. So Fiora off to that early CS lead, but everything else across the map pretty neutralized. We can expect probably some sort of meeting of the junglers here at this top Scuttle Crab, since they basically have mirrored clears right now.
Yeah, they're. I mean, someone's gonna be gunning for it. Fiora is coming back to lane at this point. There's the Scry Bush, which it's kind of a dangerous move. They basically know exactly where they are if they see that come through, because they can if they look at the mini map. Oh, a nice little root going down. A little bit of an engage here as Merlin's going to have to back off. They're both looking like they're getting poked down, but Big Bad Hand's going to move back away. Kled's at 75%. The vision mark down is good. Oh, Amumu is actually going to just leave top lane altogether. So interesting to see where the play is here. Maybe they're just giving up topside scuttle and going for bot scuttle.
Yeah, I think you're right. They're just gonna they're calling that top scuttle a loss and just trading for bot side.
We see Shyvana now going down too. Having had that full clear, Mumu left the Krugs on the table.
Oh, flash burn. Moving down.
So Kled, all by themselves, 50%, 50% in the top lane. Could be something a little spicy here as both are at level 4. CS is looking good.
Kled and that was a double trade of summoners there. Fiora did burn the Ignite, whereas Kled burned the Ignite. So Kled's still with that kill pressure, even though he only burned Flash. So he still has the Ignite, whereas Fiora's lost some of that pressure, only has the Flash for the escape. There's the Flash in from Amumu. The Q goes a little bit wide. No summoners burned from the bot side. The secondary Q from Amumu does connect, but yeah, all in all, blue side gets out of that safe from the gank from Amumu.
Yeah, and a lot of time Amumu spent in that bush as well. Shyvana's able to get a little bit bigger of a CS lead moving into this. The dragon is up. Amumu's got the vision. Mr. H working on that game sound. I have an idea.
Is it muted? Is that source muted in Restream by chance?
No.
Or when you run that virtual cam, is it I don't know.
I don't know either. What about now, Mr. H? Well, we'll keep
tabs
on it.
I'm following your lead, my friend.
Oh, we're good. You take over for a little bit. I'm going to do some troubleshooting over here.
Okay, awesome, very cool. So still some trading in that top lane. Kled battling out. Now he does have Skarl right now, so it's almost a very almost has that sneaky additional health bar there. So we are going to see that come into play. Some of those trades. Cartera hitting level 6 on the Nico. So possibly be looking to use that as another trade going in as the Dragon goes down to blue team. But that's going to be Fiora dropping and Kled taking that first kill in the top lane.
So that's what you were talking about earlier too. Who gets that first kill?
Absolutely. So with this, and this Fiora is more of it is definitely going to be a split push terror, a split push threat. In this particular comp going into Fiora, I don't believe Fiora is going to want a team fight here because there's so much CC. She's going to have a difficult time dancing around the fight to try to neutralize some of those weaker targets. So it is going to be in Fiora's best interest to do the split push, but losing that early trade and that dropping that early kill to Kled is going to put Fiora a little bit behind. But as Kled begins to group up for team fights, then that could get Fiora the chance to get back into this. But at the same time, if Kled does not commit to the team fights and decides to match Fiora on those splits, we could see the 4-stack of the rest of the blue team be able to pick off some kills against the other 4-side team. So it's all hope is not lost, but it does make things a little bit more difficult for the Fiora.
Yeah, and pardon me, a little bit slow as well. Ooh, now we're getting a little bit of double.
Now you're echoing. Yeah.
So we're about to hit the 8-minute mark. So we'll see if there's going to be a play for any rift. It doesn't look like the junglers are in position to do so, but that's the next objective as they're both mirroring a little bit, both on the bot side. So we saw that kill up at top, so it could be advantageous. Oh, look, there's a Rift Herald graphic.
That did not look.
This is why we do preseason.
Look, that doesn't look right.
Yeah. So
a great follow-up gank here from Amumu. The Nico ult goes a little bit wide, but the second Q from the Amumu rings true, and that's going to be the second kill picked up for red side as a kill comes through from blue side, picking up the Zyra in that trade.
Mr. H, is there audio coming in now?
I don't hear game audio, which means that they don't either, because I should be able to hear it. So in that source, whenever you go to that tab, you should be able to choose your audio source, and you're going to need to choose you'll need to choose the microphone for that guest. So like your virtual webcam here is a guest in Restream. your video source is the virtual webcam, but what's your audio source? Because it doesn't naturally patch the audio in with the video. So you're gonna have to choose a mic source for it. You just muted me. What is happening here? I'm out of here. That's it.
Okay. Well, I put the audio
you need to
source
choose. I think you would need to choose your virtual webcam as the audio source as well. But that means that they're going to hear me twice.
That's why we couldn't hear you twice.
Yeah. Right. So I think the other solution would be to just yeah.
Or just
maybe a screen share. I'm hearing you twice now.
You're hearing me twice.
Yeah.
But not right now. Now you only hear me once.
Now I only hear you once.
Okay. Audio.
All right, I'm gonna let you figure that out. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna talk.
You chat it up.
Meanwhile, kills have been evened out. We have a 2-0 scoreline for the Jin on blue side. Off to the races, a 20 CS lead and a 2-kill lead. So kind of like almost like a 4-kill lead essentially. And the root goes down. There's that long range engage. They can tag the Zyra and then snare. That gives Rakan the instant engage. So now Jin up to 3-0-0, a 200 gold bounty. There's another snare, this time onto the Misfortune. But again, this bot lane duo from Red side getting behind early, not the end of the world, because they do have that gigantic wombo combo. The Misfortune is building lethality, and I don't anticipate the Jin building any armor. We're probably not going to see a lot of armor across the board. We have some AP coming through on the Shyvana. It's going to be a while before she builds armor. But either way, another kill coming through with the Shyvana. Tower diving there, blasting the Neeko with the empowered E. And Black Beetle 13 on the Kled is going to pick up another kill on the Fiora, bringing their kill score back to within 1. Amumu goes into the 3v2 gank onto bot side, picking up the Rakan, tightening up that scoreline. Red side only down 800 gold.
Mr. H, anything?
I was pausing because I didn't know if you were jumping back in.
No, I was changing some audio stuff, and it I don't know. I thought I figured it out, but I failed.
Do we go back to just standard OBS and
OG style?
Video Ninja? We may have to. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if we want league director, then yeah, we have to do
that. Yeah. That is going to be Red side taking their first pick of the game. The Neeko ult barely grabs Shyvana on the way out, and that's going to be a pickup kill. So not only does Red side get the dragon, but they also grab the kill on the enemy jungler, going up 5-4 in kills. Still down in gold, but only about 400. A lot of that is in the pockets of Jin. This Jin is so far ahead. 20 CS, 3 kills. And every 10 CS is about another kill. So essentially 5 kills up. So a lot of pressure on this Jin to be able to transfer that advantage. Is another engage. A great riposte from the Fiora, blocking the pull from the Kled rope. So great use of the abilities there. Great timing as we have a Rift Herald drop here in the bot lane from Red side. They are going to take some plates right before plates expire. Those do expire at the 14-minute mark. So great use of that Rift Herald to get some money back into the pockets of this Misfortune, who's having a rough go at it. But there is the Rakan ultimate, snagging up the Amumu. Amumu, a little tanky, does finally end up dropping to Merlin. Merlin on the Jin, grabbing his 4th kill of the game. This Jin is massive for blue side.
Oh, I saw a little bit of green. I thought that's me. I got excited. Man, I thought I figured it out.
You keep working.
No, I don't think there's a way. Other than to like use Discord audio, maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. H, but you can't hear the game unless we kick out and kick back in from OG OBS.
Is there a second game tonight?
Why not?
Let's do it. Yeah. Second game. Second game. We're gonna fix this up.
Right now, I'm just gonna
First
do
game,
the
we're gonna
audio in the
plow
background. So when I hear
no. This is what you need to do. You need to provide sound effects for the game.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna
Yeah,
provide
okay.
sound effects. So when I hear it, I will put it. No, it's not muted in OBS.
So this Fiora, there is the ultimate from Fiora, proccing some of those vitals. Shyvana shows up just in time. They are going to pop Scar, but there's that hidden kind of health bar there. Black Beetle does drop. That kill credit is going over to the Fiora. That is going to help Fiora get back into this game a little bit. CS staying pretty even. So Fiora is going to collect some CS, get ahead of the Kled now in that top lane matchup. CS-wise, but still that one kill down. But that is going to feel good in that Fiora's pocket. Shyvana going through a great assist with the gank. As we see now, Amumu clearing those Raptors. Both junglers on the top side of the map. So we still have this volatile bot lane that has been going at it all game.
It's still pretty close. Ooh,
Oh gosh, you're echoing.
That's brutal. 6-5. Oh, flash burn and an engage. Huge engage. And they're going to just barely get away with their life. Can Jhin pull this one off?
The curtain call.
I don't think so.
Thank you. Thank you,
Wow,
auto director, for not showing the shots.
Thanks.
That's not your fault. That's
do nothing in the middle of the screen.
Yeah.
But they're not backing off. So they're super low. Red side is very low on the bot side, but they are holding through to, I guess, hold this mid line of the bot side. But, a 2v1 over here as Lux gets double engaged on is just going to get deleted by red side, though. So that's a little bit of a pressure relief. The MF ult coming out.
And red side bot lane in a tough situation there because first tower hasn't dropped yet. They know it's likely going to be theirs just because of the pressure that blue side is putting on. So they stick around even with low health and low mana. They did use the MF ultimate to clear that wave, so it does buy them a little bit of time. But blue side, bot lane rather, is staying here. So we're likely to see this first tower drop for this blue side bot lane, as that's the AP Shyvana coming through. It feels terrible to play against as a squishy champion because you're absolutely deleted by the dragon form ease. You have the explosion damage and the burn on top of that, as we do see the first turret drop for blue side, picking up that extra gold. And now they've ballooned their lead up to about 2.5K as we see the bottom half of Shelly there show up on the screen. And we have a dragon spawn. Well, that looks good.
Yeah. Still working on it. Well, I'm importing yours.
You need to import my videos. That's what you need to do.
That's the plan.
Well, yeah, you need to do the videos. I think that that PNG was a test.
Yeah, everything's a test.
So the test with the PNG was I was going to see if the PNG and the video would come up at the same time.
Oh, right.
But it doesn't.
It crops. We have to figure out the crop. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, it won't run both of them.
Oh.
Yeah. So you either run the video or the PNG. You can't run both. So but it was the test. I had Brad test it for me, and that was his findings as well. Those were his findings. Yeah.
I got so excited when I saw that in the folder.
Oh yeah.
Only to see half of Shelly show up at the bottom of the screen.
I promise the graphic looked better than that. As we do have a collapse here in the top lane, that's going to be Piper Mara on the Amumu dropping, and a second kill. That's a double kill over to the Fiora. Fiora having a rough go at it early, but is coming back, developing into that split push threat. She does have the Gore Drinker, not a Hull Breaker yet. Not sure if Fiora's going to be building that Hull Breaker, but that would make her even more of a split push threat. But her kit is already greatly designed for 1v1s. So if she can get ahead and start winning that matchup versus the Kled, it's going to be difficult for anybody on red side to be able to match that Fiora in the side lane. As a big look at this gigantic Wabo combo.
Man.
Wow.
Ooh, but but Merlin is able to take out Nico a little bit too far ahead, but a huge blast from MF coming in.
Yeah, so Cartera on the Nico cloned in to try to mask her ultimate. It was able to cast her ultimate between 3 members of the blue team, snag all 3 of them in her ult, while Big Bad Hand layered the bullet time over all 3 members. It was a beautiful setup. It looks like they only were able to get the Lux out of that, but you could see just how much damage that combo does. Even, they're nearly 4K behind, 3.5K, something like that. But if they connect on a few of those, along with the Zyra ultimate, along with the Amumu ult, they can be 4K behind and still do a ton of damage and be able to swing some of these fights.
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible. We've seen them go back and forth. We know that Wombo combo is kind of their win condition at some point. They want those objectives to try and team up and fight around that. And let me pull this up now. I've got 800 screens. There we go. Now I can see. And in top lane, even though Kled got that first kill, they're even in CS. Fiora's got an elimination up on Kled, so things are looking kind of even. Both turrets down, but that Lux trying to get a double. Nico is incredibly low and positioning, but the Shyvana comes in to clean up. Unbelievably well done over the wall.
Director, my
goodness. What are you doing? Get back over here.
Oh my goodness.
Running away. But that doesn't matter. Rakan's going to go in and is going to come right back out. That is very nice use of Rakan's kit to get in and out, to get the knock up and shut Amumu down.
And this is that AP Shyvana build. It does so much stinking damage. And if you look over at the itemization from red side, Amumu is building primarily for the Jhin Fiora. The Jhin was getting ahead, knowing the Fiora is also a threat. So you see the Bramble Vest there. You also see the plated steel caps. Looking across the board for red side, the only MR on the entire team is a little bit of MR that you'll see in that Sunfire Aegis for Amumu and the Merc Treads. That is it. There is no other MR. So this AP Shyvana is going to be doing a ridiculous amount of damage with those Dragon Form E's. Once that fire blows up, they're going to be hurting. So itemization for red side is very, very important right now. The Shyvana did go a Night Harvester and has Sword Shoes. So he's got flat pin on the Sword Shoes. They need MR to be able to survive some of this burst from the Shyvana. Once that Lux hits a snare and hits the snare E and layers the ult over, whoever doesn't get killed by the Lux full cycle combo, Shyvana's going to ult in an E and just clean house.
Yeah, red side's kind of on their back foot right now. I mean, there's 2 towers that are super low, but mid lane tower is just barely even touched, as they've already cracked 2 in the mid lane on blue side. So a little bit of posturing going on here as we've got Rakan coming in for blue side too, looking to pick a fight. We talked about how team fight might be in red side's favor, but it looks like the blue's able to kind of pick this one up.
Blue is able to initiate some of the fights from a distance, and that's where red side is hurting. Red side has to get in closer for the Zyra root to hit, for the Amumu Q to hit. These big AoE CC abilities that they have, like the Amumu has to be in the middle of the entire red side squad. And if Amumu can't get there because she's getting poked out from the Lux Q and the Jhin snare and all that stuff, it makes starting those fights harder. So red side needs to get to these objectives first, but what's happening is blue is cutting them off at the pass. So we see blue getting to Dragon first. Now blue is at Baron first, and red's looking to respond.
Yeah, and part of that too is that all blue side has to do is get red kind of low, and then Shyvana can just jump in and finish everybody off. As this Baron is at 25%. We see that Fiora coming into duel 4 right now to pressure them off. As
What's the steal
is coming in from MF. Huge ult, but they got to get out of there to hold this Baron buff. MF is just, Ooh, gets deleted by that Shyvana, and going to be taken down as well. But they got one. Kled's got Baron buff still, and more importantly, they denied the Baron buff from blue side. So a little bit of relief. Huge MF ult. We talked about Lux stealing Barons. MF can do it too.
Yeah, that was awesome. Fiora did her best to be able to flank around that backside and try to dissuade any sort of steal from happening. Got tagged pretty early and ended up having to flash out of that fight. MF still being able to stay on the backside of the pit, layer that bullet time over. Looks like the smite from Swoka may have come down a little bit early. I'd have to go back and look at a replay. But either way, I saw the dragon, or I'm sorry, the Baron, like sub 100 HP. And then the bullet time ended up melting down the rest of that HP. So they did keep Baron buff on Kled, though. So that is important as blue side is trying to siege into red side's base as we have another fight breaking out.
Nicely timed there by Nico to survive the Lux ult, but unfortunately not going to survive everything. Kled is incredibly low. Just 10% wealth left, backing off now. So sieging this red side base, Fiora is now split to the bot side to try and shove that one out. As Shyvana's just farming up, ready for the next engage. So
and
blue
this could work in red side's favor because blue's wanting to siege. Blue is trying to take the base. You know, earlier on in the map, in the match when the map is so spread out and they have their members, you know, not grouped up from blue side rather. You know, their members aren't grouped up. They're split up in separate lanes in their lane assignments. The jungler's doing his thing. Now they're grouping to try to siege in as these lanes are converging into the red side base. This does present an opportunity for red side to get a wombo combo as you saw them go for it there onto the Jhin, who does have the 700 gold shutdown. So that could be something that red side's looking at too. Who has these bounties? You know, how are we going to get these? Yeah.
You see a Mumu going through the jungle. They had some vision now for blue. So they see that a Mumu's coming. So they're not going to be able to get much off of that one. But yeah, blue side was a little split up. So if they could have got a 5v3 or a 4v3, maybe they'd be able to start knocking down some of these champs. As Kled's going to keep that Baron buff going. But here they are.
Gosh.
The ult coming in now. Kled's going to just body block a lot of this, but it's going to slow him down. Shyvana is coming in on the attack too.
Oh.
And they're just pushing that red side back into base as Amumu's going to back. They're going to siege this mid tower now. The buff is gone on Kled. Kind of all by them lonesome. MF setting up. It's a 4v3 siege here. They're going to take this. Kled's going to get rooted. The Lux ult's going to come out and take out Kled. And unfortunately, that's going to start it down. Piper Mario goes down to the MF ult to kind of push them away, but it's going to cost an ult and 2 for red side. And the minion wave is going to help take this turret, and they're going to try and get their first inhib down.
Yeah, it just feels so bad at this point that Shyvana has got so many Dark Harvest stacks. The Jhin is 11-0, and the Lux, even though doesn't have a lot of kills, has the 11 assists, so has been doing well. Only died 3 times. Has the Luden's Echo, so that's going to be doing some extra damage as well. It just, their long range engage to be able to stifle any sort of attempt from red side is just very, very difficult to get through. Red needs to look for some sort of flank engage. They can't stand directly in front of blue team and try to square off. They've got to look, try to clear some vision in their jungle, maybe look for an engage over the wall. Maybe a Mumu Q over the wall to ult into a couple of members. The Zyra can drop her ult over. Nico can flash ult onto them. And then MF can rain damage over through bullet time as a Dragon Soul comes through for blue. So now they have 2 problems. Not only do you have so much AP damage coming from the Shyvana, now you've got to worry about them. If you do layer some damage down, if they get away from the fight and you don't kill them, they're going to heal up. They've got the Ocean Soul. That's going to be very, very difficult for red side to try to chip through. We are seeing some MR come through, though. You see the Negatron cloak coming through from Amumu. And that is it. So this Shyvana is still going to do a ton of damage, but it looks like
pick on Kled.
Yep.
And then Fiora is going to be chasing down this Amumu as Piper Mars trying to run away. Nico's coming in to save, possibly, but it might be a little too late. Here comes the ult, dropping it down, but barely does any damage. Nico splits off to try and sneaky, but it doesn't do anything. Axion just moving around to get these critical points going, and that's just going to call it.
We see the hull breaker on the Fiora now. Looks like Fiora may have built that second, possibly third. But you get so many free stats from the hull breaker. Even though it doesn't look like she's not building any resistances, she's getting resistances from the hull breaker passive as they look to end the game.
And look at that huge chunk of damage done. With the flashing lights from Coach Mustang to send that ult out on Lux. And that's going to take us blue in our house party for tonight. Let me go check in with everyone. Maybe we get another one going.
I'd love to do another one. I'd love to do another one with game audio.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like.
Let's get back in it. All right. Well, we'll be right back, everybody. Hold tight. Stream will kick back on in just a few.
Deuces.